today we are going to meet Surekha from Chennai. Surekha की story ऐसे जाती है. She is about 53 years young. Okay, she is someone who I remember got in touch with me on a Sunday on WhatsApp. Old client, so she knew it, and she said, Khyati, I want to just battle my sugars and I want to lose some weight. She's not only lost weight, okay, what she has also done is she has very beautifully lost belly fat, and her blood sugars also were normal. So Surekha, I will be checking on you in another 5 minutes, and we all want to listen to how did you manage to get your glycosylated hemoglobin, which is right now at a very nice level. Okay? And I also want to ask you, being a teacher taking online classes, how did you manage in the lockdown to transform yourself? Hey Surekha,
how are you?
I'm very good. You are looking so hot.
Thank you.
Right. So Surekha, question number 1 for you is that what made you message me on that Sunday?
Well, I had just come back from down south. I had just joined my husband during the pandemic, and I came back. And when I came back, I saw my sugar levels had all gone up. And then I spoke to my doctor. He was not very happy. Then, Khyati, I always think about you and your team. Like there is a tunnel at the end. If there is any health issues related questions, I always think about you. So I thought, why tomorrow? Why not today? I know it was a Sunday. I know it was about 4:35, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I said, ठीक है, वो चाय पी रही होंगी शायद on a Sunday. तो चलो, let me call her up and, at least ask, let me take the first step. So that's how I came to you. And, after that, it has been just so wonderful being with you. And the journey has been just amazing. Just
Thank you.
very amazing.
Now, what were the parameters you were worried about? It started what? Your blood sugar was high, your cholesterol levels were all over. What was it? Can you tell us all what was happening?
Yeah, sure. My problem was always with the diabetic, the HB1C, because it was never, ever coming back. The change of medicines, the change of diet, which I thought I can, take care. Doctor ने कहा कि ये कम कर दो, चीनी कम कर दो. Yes, I did, but it never reached. I was walking also early morning, about in half an hour. I used to do my daily walks. But then I knew that, because my daughter Ananya, who's now in Canada, she also did your program, and my husband did his program with you. And, they all came out with such amazing results. Until now, they are on your maintenance program. My husband especially, he's on the maintenance program. He does his bit, and his levels are very good. So I thought, yes, I should get in touch you. And I had that confidence that within a matter of 10 to 15 days, Khyati, I could see a change. And yes, I saw a change. I saw my sugar levels dropping down. I told my doctor that I will come back to him after 3 months. Though he wanted to change my medicines, put it, increase the tablets, which I was not very happy with, because as it is, I was on a high medication. And now when I came to you, and immediately when I started, I was traveling at that time, I very well remember. You are so accommodative in starting. You give us the, uh, the choice of when to start the diets. So when I said, I let me return back to Chennai and let me, start my program on the 15th of June. I remember very clearly. 15th of January. And yes, bang, the things were done, the formal things were done. And I got a call from Kajal saying that she's going to be my mentor. And you got back in touch with me saying that, all the later, whatever the steps had to be taken by your side was done. The plan was sent to me after very carefully analyzing what are the ingredients that I would get in Chennai, and the timings that I like, the food that I like, the kind of diet that I am, a vegetarian with a bit of egg, of course. Everything was taken into consideration. And Khyati, somewhere I knew what was happening, somewhere I knew that the diet, but I didn't know how to go about it. And the portion size made a lot of difference. The the intervals of eating, every 2 hours, definitely made a change very silently inside my body. Though I was not feeling hungry, and I ate all the things that I was liking to eat. There was never a diet in all these 3 months that I said that no, I didn't like it. And even if I didn't like, I made sure that my tongue gets used to those, used to those um, uh,
Taste.
taste. Thank you. Used to those tastes. And brown rice is something that I never liked. But now, from not liking to liking, it's more than 50% now. I do
Wow.
I do make a point to eat, because I know consciously that it's good for my health. The other thing I wanted to tell you is that, you coached me. You're a wonderful coach. You coached me how to coach myself during the maintenance program. Yes,
Yes.
my weight always goes up and down, but I'm not worried about it anymore. I'm worried about the inches, and I'm worried about my health and my parameters that I see on my glucometer at the end of maybe 15 days or 20 days. So it's been an amazing journey, Kyati, and thanks to Kajal, who's been so patient with me with my, you know, ये खाओ ये नहीं खाओ ये मिल रहा है ये मिल रहा है so what, so she, along with your guidance, had always an alternative for my replacement in the diet. So, and her voice, whenever I talk to her and whenever I express my concern, saying that shayad hoga nahi hoga, the weight does go up, there's some red and some green in the weight chart. So she always would, such, her voice, comes across as a very nice person who's there at any point of time to help me out. So thank you
Oh,
for mentoring them, and thank you for mentoring me also. It has been a lovely journey with you.
thank you. In fact, we make it a point, when we start our day that let's leave our problems aside. We are going to be working on people's health today. So that is how every single mentor you speak to is going to be at it. My question to you is, Surekha, what was your fasting blood sugar level when you started? And what is it right now? Where do you maintain it?
Right now, as of yesterday, when I was contacted by your good self and your team, I went and checked up. It was 122 fasting. It was 190, and then it came down to 116. But I will not lie to you, Kat. Day before yesterday, I took आपका जो 2 bite का जो होता है ना, वो 2 bite कितना बड़ा spoon, I took of course I had a bit of ice cream from my husband. It was way late in the night, although she has told me in my renew program कि कुछ नहीं खाने का after the dinner. I do maintain, but then when he was having his nice butterscotch with nuts, वो Khyati says 2 bite is okay. So, I went, but the spoon was small. So that's why I think it was 120 to that. But it has always been in the parameter now.
From
So
190 to 120. Fantastic. Fantastic. What about HbA1c? What is that? That is a permanent marker of sugar level change. What was the change in your HbA1c?
initially it was 9 point, if I'm not wrong, 9.4 or 9.6. But then I went back to my, yeah, when I went, see, that's why I need a mentor like you. And then when I went back to my doctor, and when I checked it after 3 months, 4 months, he said it was 6.4, I think. Yeah. So amazing. And for the first time in my 18 years of diabetic life, that my medicines got reduced.
Yay!
So I was very happy. Yes.
Yes.
I I wanted to join your renew also, because I love your hair, Khyati. I don't know what it is. Whenever I look at your video, I say जब उनका इतना अच्छा बाल होता है, I don't know whether it's my age or what it is. बाल तो झड़ते ही हैं, it's not because I'm on a diet. In fact, I feel that my skin has improved with the diet, even with the intermittent fasting diet. It has, I could feel I won't call it a glow, but definitely people who were looking at me, like my sister who's in Vegas and my daughter who's in Canada and my friends in Bahrain. You will not believe the amount of friends that are following balanced nutrition now.
I
And
didn't know that Lolita is your friend. She at 63 is rocking.
yes, Lolita and we were colleagues at the school. That's how we started off together. In fact, when I joined, she was already a teacher, and I was sitting in her class to observe. So it goes way back 10, 11 years. Then we have Gayatri. Then we
Yes.
yes. Then we have Vani Vasudevan, who yes, and the news about balanced nutrition, the information about balanced nutrition came to me from a very good friend called Neetu Gopinath, who still resides in. That's how I came to know way back, So,
Yes.
Bahrain
Yes.
is with balanced nutrition.
I haven't spoken to any, but ask me about anyone's details and I will tell you. In
Yes.
fact, they're waving at you on the chats. They are all, I'm in Vegas, I'm here, I'm there. You're getting a lot of good wishes. And I think that what I basically wanted the others who are still struggling, others who are 41, others who are 42, Surekha, who still are not taking that step. First, they think that, okay, I have a son, I have a daughter, I have work, I have family, I have to cook for them. I want you to tell them something. And second, I want you to also, there is a part of our program which is a little stringent where I have made it a point that there will be no phone calls and no WhatsApps until scheduled. That is because there was a reason I didn't want things to just blow up, just flow. Memory of a mentor is weak. Sometimes she's dealing with 20 people, and we've very, very well streamlined it. So I also wanted you to tell us something about that. What if you would have got an option where you could pick up the phone anytime? Would that have been more helpful? How has this been helpful to you? So I've asked you 3 questions and I want you to answer them.
Yeah, the last one about calling up the mentor. The mentor is always there. It doesn't need to be a personal phone call. She's always there on the phone with me on the app. So any time of the day that I message her, yes, she is busy. Like I am a teacher, I'm busy with my students. I just cannot jump up and reply, oh, Surekha ne kiya hai, to main kar do. Nahi. She takes the time, but should have the patience to wait for her message to come back. But definitely by the end of the day, the message is there, or within 2 hours, definitely the messages are there. So calling up, I don't think it is very important until and unless it is. She's answering to my queries. She's answering to my. There might be something as very very small, like मुझे ये नहीं मिल रहा है, like I did. I'm not getting salary. For the weight loss program, 1 day weight loss program that I did, I got berserk. I said, मुझे salary नहीं मिल रहा है. I went around the market. I went to different shops. मुझे नहीं मिला उस दिन. I don't know. God knows why I didn't get. So I immediately messaged her, but I made the soup and everything without the celery, and then bang comes the reply saying that without celery you use the cucumber. So I used it. It's as simple. Yeah, that's one. The mentors are always there. Always there. It doesn't need to be a phone call for her to reach us. She's always there. But let us have the patience to give her the time to reply back to us, because she's not dealing only with me as per se. She's dealing with a lot of other clients also.
Also, we technologically, we don't want to get into any artificial replies because we are
Yes.
dealing with patients, we're dealing with lives. So we always tell them there is somebody there sitting who will
Yes.
first raise your question and then give you the answer.
Very
So
true.
this time, all of you tend to follow that principle nicely.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. For me, it works very fine. For me, I'm a bit of working with ASD, autism spectrum children, and with learning disability, that is dyslexia patient. Maybe I don't know whether I was patient with my children, but these children teach me how to be patient. So yes, my patient level, my daughter will vouch for it that the patient level has become better. Now coming to your other question about diabetes and the
Wait,
perceiving.
just this whole situation where they just, okay, blah, I have this to do, I have that to do, and then when they come, the situation could have been so much better, but they've added another 10 kilos, they've added another couple of health issues. I just wanted you to tell them that yes, being a teacher, being a mummy, being someone who's cooking, being someone with so many people doing the program, Ananya says I vouch for it, ma. I want to tell women who are younger, okay, tell them how you did it. Just anything.
Yeah, the diets given by you are not something that is, way out of the league. It is all within the recipes are, I should tell you that the recipes are just wonderful, which every day happens. I mean, cooking in anybody's house for that matter. So
Yes.
sambar, the Maharashtrian food, I cook Bengal because we are all from different parts of the, India. So you name it. I was craving for custard. I just went and looked for custard. I got a custard there. I went and looked for badam milk. Bang, the almond milk came. So there is nothing in the recipe book that is not there. Yes, maybe, the portion size that you say, the oil portion that is there in your sabjis, that has to be, reduced. But that also is good for your family also, right? So there was nothing extra that I did. Yes,
Are,
maybe a
are the
sorry.
are the recipes tasty, Surekha?
Very tasty. I was telling Kajal, there are some recipes that I make that I want to share with Balanced Nutrition. Thoda kuch hai, jo without, our Maharashtrian or our South Indian dishes that are there, that I would like to, pass it on. She said, yes, ma'am, please do it. So, abhi tak wo time nahi aaya hai. तो मैं करूंगी धीरे धीरे whenever. So
Yeah.
for the people who want to, start off, yes, the first 10 diet is not too stringent. It's not too strict. It is just, slowly bringing down, where you will not even realize, like I never realized that आपने पोर्शन कंट्रोल किया है, राइट? मुझे पता ही नहीं चला. And then from the second and third, वो क्या होता है? The mind slowly, the diet starts playing on the mind, and the mind says, ठीक है, इतना किया मैंने, तो चलो, the second one, I can do it. I will do it, that I can and I will, which I teach my children also, the children whom I teach. That mind should get stronger, and with perseverance and with persistence and with the dedication, अपने आप वो, that slowly that diet comes into your daily life, and then you start, and when people start complimenting, wow,
Mm-hmm.
what
Yes.
good,
Yes.
they are
Yes.
thousands of miles away, 7 seas away, but when on the call also they are able to make out, hi Surekha, Neetu told me yesterday, Surekha, you've reduced so much, you look thinner. I said, wo to pata nahi, but
I'm happy.
the yes, even though if I might have gained a kg or two, but my inch stays the same. I'm able to fit into my old dresses. And to the people who are thinking, the younger people who, the ladies, sab kuch hota hai, it's all in the mind. There's nothing impossible. There's
Yes.
nothing impossible. All in the mind. Plan yourself a day ahead. कल ये करना है. And I do make my chapati atta and keep it inside the fridge. I boil the dal and keep it inside the fridge. You have to just manage how you manage your children, your lifestyle, your work, you manage there. So you manage your diet and your health, which is of prime importance. I tell everybody whom I meet that the lady of the house is like a lifeline to the house. वो थोड़ी डगमगा जाए तो पूरा घर डगमगा जाता है. So you have to be very healthy. This is something that my father passed it on to me and my mother too. So I keep it up, and hopefully what I say, and it helps the people who are going to start the program or who are already in the program, Khyati. As much as help that I can, give you to make people healthy, why not?
Thank you. Well, I have Supriya telling you that I tell Surekha all the time. This is just like what I do. Then Ananya says it's been 2.5 years that she has done the program, but she's still using the recipes. Yay. In fact, you were mentioning that we don't even make you realize, when we are reducing your portions. That is also a very big science. In fact, the other question is, Surekha, why did you buy a plan for everyone else and everyone in the family? Why not just copy the diets? Like, I have hundreds of clients telling me that my friends, Khyati, they just ask me for your diets. How can I give them? Because it's for me. So, Surekha, why did you, being, a 4-member family, 3 are on the diet and have their own plans? If you can just tell me, why did you do that? It's us who keep telling people, karo, aise nahi karo, but still.
Yeah, why I did it was because we all the three have got 3 different parameters, and we are all on 3 different life stages in life cycles in life. We are different, people are different. The metabolism of men are different. The metabolism of a woman over 40, over 50 is totally different. Jo meri diet hai, yes, I'm diabetic, cannot be given to a woman who is 40-year-old and a diabetic. Parameters alag hai. Uski aap, you see each and every, that's what I said, Khyati. You just don't look, you holistically, you change a person.
Yes, that is what, yes.
Just not, maybe de sakti thi. My sister is in Vegas. She's also on, weights, and she's also trying to reduce. But I did tell her also, ki, aap jao, talk to her, give your issues. Aap kya khate ho? I've even told my auntie who's in Coimbatore. In fact, she reached out. I've told my friends all over, wherever, whoever talks about my, my journey, or, yeah, you've lost so much of weight. They say, yes, because I have somebody at the back, of me, कि मैं आंखें भी बंद कर लूँ ना, ख्याति मुझे, and something that I feel that today my sugars are not okay, I know, okay, let me go back to you instead of going to my doctor. Very honestly, I'm very honest.
Your food has to be managed very nicely. Doctor cannot manage this. He'll manage corona for you. He'll give you a vaccine. But
Yes.
sugar, cholesterol, body fat, all that comes under a nutrition umbrella. The other thing also, Rekha, is that you may have, as you rightly pointed, we try and we use the brain and the psyche. हम लोग है ना, there's a lot of training. Whenever a dietitian comes in balanced nutrition, poor thing first of all goes, बिचारी master's degree लेके आती है. I know there are many diploma courses, certificate courses which we don't hire or we don't entertain, but even after doing masters or working in another place, 2 months she is trained first under 3 nutritionists, and then again there is a test with me before she gets her first client. That is, have to train the dietitian कि this is how it is going to be. This is how the mental state of the person is. सिर्फ diet plan करना तो कोई भी कर सकता है, but the way to reduce the portion, the way to और भूख ना लगे, and the way to ensure, like I was just speaking to Ashish. He is on day 3 of the plan. He is running multiple outlets of a cafe. 20 years, and his HbA1c is 9, 8. He was happy when he's saying it's gone to 12, but he's happy if it's 9. So in 3 days, he had to go and have 10 units down despite eating out every single day. Now that is what the job of a nutritionist is. So please, अगर आप किसी का प्लान ले रहे हो या अगर आप कोई कॉपी पेस्ट कर रहे हो या गूगल प्रिंसिपल्स यूज कर रहे हो, आई थिंक सुरेखा इज आल्सो टेलिंग यू, इवन फॉर वेट लॉस यू कैन नॉट डू इट. Healthy means rice is healthy for some people, rice is very healthy for some people. You may have just a sensitivity towards it, right? So I think what you have to do is you have to just get into the groove, just like Surekha. She's taking her online classes. She is only 53 years young, and she is also cooking and managing and eating her ice cream too. Surekha, any message you want to give to your mentor, or you want to give any feedback regarding the program or the app to us? Anything that will help us improve?
Nothing, Khyati. Improvement, I don't think so, because depends upon a client to client, right? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah. Room for improvement depends on the client to client, Kathy. But for me, for my husband, whose triglycerides came down, whose thyroids were in control, so there is nothing room for improvement. मेरे हिसाब से तो आप, you know, absolutely, you're there. You're just there, you know. And thank you for being there for me. You know, you've made a great difference in my life. Definitely in my health. मुझे खुद से, you know, I feel good about myself. And the mind tells when I go and eat something wrong, the mind, you know, like the knock, you're not there, but like you're knocking, it just knocks and says, no, this is not supposed to eat. But then कभी खा लेती हूँ and कभी बोलती हूँ ठीक है, ख्याति है, काजल है, देख लेंगे. I have them with me.
That's what
Which,
we
yeah.
say. You're going to be very much living in the 21st century, very much eating all you want to. And yes, you just have to understand how to eat it. So best of luck for the next program. And yes, I am now going to have an eye on your hair and skin, and I will help Kajal to make sure that yes, they become better than before. Bye, Surekha. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Take
Thank you
care.
so much. Love you. Bye-bye.